And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, watch it.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
No.
Topper!
Switch. Check 99.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Kings! Pistol.
From the 44, Mayfield completes it to Jennings. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Bishop. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Come on, D.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
On the set.
57, Mike 57.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, exit. 56-6, pull it high.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 57, Mike 57.
Five.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
You don't want this. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 1st down, Bradley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
It's our time. It's our time.
Look at me, zipper.
Watch the ship.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Bradley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Go set, Ken Lobo. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down now, it's Haynes. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
That's what I do. Stay at home.
On third down, Haynes. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, high 7. Lead River.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll run on first down. It's Haynes, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
57 to Mike. Check. Joker.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Haynes, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch the safety creep. Watch out.
Mayfield on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, alert 33.
Double up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
X3, 218, chopper.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Let's go.
7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Get ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
180.
Watch the pass. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. I got it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
General West.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Mayfield down. He's going to go up top for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
180.
Here we go, G.
Run.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get this. Get this.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here I come.
On 1st down, Bradley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Four down. Hey, alert 3.
Now.
On 2nd and 9. Stick, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Ready.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over.
Let's go.
Now Stick. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Kings, Kings, Kings.
From the 22, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes.
They don't want it, folks.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Alert, 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 alert.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try the left side. It's Haynes, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the stop, Breeland Speaks.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here I come again.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
180.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that.
Hurry.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On third down, it's Haynes, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
50 seconds. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, Alpha.
57's Mike.
First and 10, stick. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Stick looks to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
180.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
They'll run on first down. It's Haynes. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Come on,
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Ready, ready?
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stick back to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stick. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joe Schobert drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Get it.
On 4th down, here's Stick. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
180. 51's the mic. I got one.
What's that?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the screen.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,